Hello, my royal lovelies. Welcome back to the channel. I'm still not feeling very well, but I wanted to make a video catching up on some of the latest royal news. So one of the big stories that has come out over the past few days is that Harry and Meghan have bought a holiday home in Europe. Now, the article is very authoritative in terms of how it speaks about this. So I don't really have any cause to question the legitimacy of, that this might be made up or anything of that nature. I do believe that it is true that Harry and Meghan have purchased a holiday home in Europe, in Portugal. And this comes, of course, after they were, I suppose, in a way forced to give up Frogmore Cottage, the home that they renovated with £2 million of taxpayers' money, ended up paying back, and then basically had a short-term lease and didn't spend any time there. So after, the abomination that was Spare, I think King Charles had enough and told them to fling their hook, and off they went. But it seems like they have been eyeing up property in Europe, potentially to get, golden visa status. So, where is it that they have gone? The Daily Mail, Richard Eden, understands that Prince Harry and Meghan have bought a home in Portugal, and they are not the only royals with a known home in Portugal. Princess Eugenie and Jack Brooksbank own a home in the Costa Terra Golf and Ocean Club, a luxury development of 300 properties by the sea in Melides, I think that's how you pronounce it, south of the Portuguese capital of Lisbon. Now, Jack, 38, works in marketing and sales for Costa Terra. He and Eugenie and their two sons, August and Ernest, split their time currently living between Portugal and London. So I wonder where Harry and Meghan got the idea from. It could even be on the same development. No one's actually revealed where their home is, not to my knowledge, not at the time of making this video. But I'm imagining perhaps it is, perhaps on that development. I think it's like a gated community type scenario. Now, first of all, let's just take a look at the security issues, because Harry's made such a faff about not feeling secure without royal protection in the UK, but yet he swanks about with his own protection in the US, and he doesn't seem to have any issue with Portugal. Is Portugal somehow, predominantly safer than the UK or the US? I don't think so, my loves. I think it's just Harry making good whatever he wants to be, whatever fits his narrative is what I'm trying to say. By the way, I will talk to you about my illness right now before we carry on. So I do have a really bad chest infection, of which I am now on really strong antibiotics for, and I'm getting really short of breath. Just, for example, walking to the kitchen or going upstairs or anything, I have to stop and take a moment. So I am recording this in bits and bobs, but you probably won't tell because it'll all be edited together to be seamless. Anyway, let's continue with Harry and Meghan in Portugal. So the motives behind it. It has been mentioned that it's potentially to acquire a so-called golden visa, under which they would have visa-free access to the European Union's Schengen area. That is basically freedom of movement to move anywhere in Europe that is part of the Schengen agreement. Now, what I am going to try and clear up, because I've seen lots of people speculating on social media when we don't need to speculate, because I have some facts here. So I did some research and I asked the question, under current laws, can a UK citizen purchase property in Portugal and live there for as long as they want? Does it give you citizenship? And this is the answer that came back. And I think it's very comprehensive, and I think it answers most people's questions. and clarifies things. So a UK citizen can purchase property in Portugal and live there for an extended period, but there are specific rules to consider, especially post-Brexit. Property ownership. There are no restrictions on foreign ownership of property in Portugal. A UK citizen can buy property without any issues. And the reason why I'm going down the UK citizen route is because I imagine that's the way that they're doing it. So, number 2, residency. So short stays of up to 90 days. UK citizens can stay in Portugal for up to 90 days within a 180-day period without a visa as part of the Schengen area rules. But there is such thing as a residency visa, otherwise known as longer stays. To stay longer than 90 days, a UK citizen would need to apply for a visa or residency permit. Portugal offers several types of visas, including the D7 visa for passive income holders and the Golden visa, investment-based, such as property purchases of a certain value. And I think that's might be what Harry and Meghan are going after. Then there is the Golden visa programme. Purchasing property in Portugal can qualify a UK citizen for Portugal's Golden visa programme, which grants residency. The minimum property investment for eligibility ranges from €280,000 to €500,000, depending on the location and the type of property. This visa allows free travel within the Schengen area and can lead to permanent residency after 5 years and potentially citizenship after 6 years. So, citizenship. Buying a property alone does not directly grant citizenship. However, after 5 years of legal residency, you can apply for permanent residency. And after 6 years, you can apply for Portuguese citizenship, provided you meet language and integration requirements. So I don't think they're going to be going for citizenship, but I do think they are going for the visa. And it doesn't say anywhere how long they have to be in the country for. It just states about owning property. So to summarise, while owning a property in Portugal doesn't automatically grant you the right to live there indefinitely, it can be a path towards residency and potentially citizenship if you follow the appropriate legal steps there. Well, in my mind, that is kind of clear as day. So on the one hand, do I think that Harry and Meghan just want a nice holiday home, somewhere to go to when they want a bit of relaxation, family time? No, I don't think so, because, I mean, how often have they been in it? I think this is an investment for them. I think they are, looking to make property investments, and I think, that's always a good investment. To put your money in bricks and mortar, but I think the main perk is the visa, so that so-called Golden visa. They could be able to stay, for as long as they want in any European country. But no, I don't think that Harry and Meghan will be going to Portugal very often for a holiday. I think it is a big, massive ruse. I think they're trying to make more money, obviously, and then they're trying to just get a sneaky visa. And I think it's all been influenced by Princess Eugenie and Jack Brooksbank. As I said, it wouldn't surprise me entirely if they hadn't ended up buying on the same development. There you go. Right, I also want to talk about, and I did speak about this a little bit in my previous video, and that is King Charles being snubbed by officials, shall we say, on the upcoming Australian tour. Now, I do think it is disgusting because, let's put it this way, these sorts of visits do not happen by chance. They are negotiated, they are arranged, they are organised by the government of Australia and the government of the United Kingdom in conjunction with Buckingham Palace. So this isn't a case of King Charles and Queen Camilla imposing themselves on Australia like a holiday. This is an organised, event, tour, if you like. And, the Australians knew that this was happening. So why suddenly take an anti-monarchist stance? Now, we know that they had a referendum in 1999. Her late Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. I have to clear this up because I've seen a lot of hogwash on social media. People saying, oh, this would never have happened under Queen Elizabeth II. Queen Elizabeth II made it absolutely clear. I think it was a statement or in a speech where she actually said that it was up to the Australian people to decide whether or not they wished to keep the monarchy or not as head of state. And King Charles has basically just reiterated his late mother's sentiments. So neither the late Queen Elizabeth II or the current King Charles III are, trying to say to Australia, you must retain the monarchy. They both have said it's up to the people, and the people had a referendum in 1999, so, a good 30 years ago. And, it's up to basically the politicians to put it on their manifestos if they want another referendum, and then obviously for the people to vote for that, and then to have the referendum if they want it. So I feel like it's a bit, dummies out of the pram type situation. Why would you not go and meet your head of state? This is, it's a bit of a sorry situation. And the thing is, unfortunately, it doesn't make King Charles look bad. It makes them look bad. It reflects very, very badly on them. Can you imagine if there was a state visit planned and our senior politicians and our senior royals didn't meet them? That would just be, it would be seen as rude and a travesty. So although I fully understand that there are people in Australia who do not want the monarchy to be their head of state, there are ways of expressing that. There are ways of, pushing for another referendum. That is the prerogative of Australians. And the last time I heard, there wasn't that much of an appetite for another referendum anyway. So this is definitely dummies out of the pram. I don't think, some people have suggested, well, if they're going to do that, then, if I was King Charles, I wouldn't go. I don't think that's the right course of action. I think King Charles and Queen Camilla need to be the bigger people in this. They need to go. They need to continue to offer the extension of the warm welcome of meeting everybody. And if certain people don't take it up, then that is on them. As long as King Charles and Queen Camilla have been open to meeting people, then I think that's the main thing. And of course, I'm sure there will be good turnouts from the Australian people to meet the King and Queen. Of course, this is the first major foreign tour for King Charles and Queen Camilla since King Charles acceded to the throne. So, this is a big deal, and it's a bit of a shame that it's being marred slightly by people that are just trying to cause trouble, to be quite honest. But anyway, I think, this tour is going to be a lot more than just the initial greetings. King Charles, as Prince of Wales, has visited Australia 16 times. And of course, he has put his own cancer treatment on hold to ensure that the 6-day trip can go ahead. And then, of course, he moves on as well. So he's going to attend a range of events aimed at fostering relationships between communities. If only they were working the other way as well. So yes, I just think it's just dummies out of the pram, to be quite honest. Right, I'm going to leave it here for now. Thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media, and of course do hit that bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. Right, I'm going to go back to my sick bed now and take a good few deep breaths, and hopefully the antibiotics will kick in soon and I'll be back to full power. Right, goodbye my lovies, mwah, to you all, and goodbye.